Huascarán National Park is a Peruvian national park that comprises most of the mountain range known as Cordillera Blanca, which is part of the Central Andes, in the region of Ancash. The park covers an area of 340.000 hectares and is managed by the Peruvian Network of Protected Natural Areas SERNANP. Huascarán National Park, designated as a World Heritage Site in 1985 by UNESCO, is also a well-known mountaineering spot and harbors a unique biodiversity with emblematic species of plants such as Queen of the Andes, trees of the genera Polylepis and Buddleja, and animals such as spectacled bears, condors, vicunas and tarucas. The elevational range of Huascarán National Park goes from 11.483 to 22.205 feet, with the maximum elevation corresponding to Huascarán, the highest mountain in Peru, as a result of which the landscape is dominated by snowy peaks and U-shaped valleys formed by glaciers, with the valleys and lower mountain slopes covered with scattered high Andean forests and puna grassland. History. Its protection was initially arranged by the Peruvian government in 1975 in order to safeguard flora and fauna, geological formations, archaeological remains, and the panoramic scenery of the Cordillera Blanca, and to encourage scientific research into the area's natural and cultural resources. Tourism is promoted in the area, making its protected status a source of wealth for its inhabitants and others. In 1985, the park was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Geography. Huascarán National Park is home to mountains ranging from 2,000 to over 6,000 meters in height. Huascarán, the mountain from which the park takes its name, is the highest in Peru at 6,768 meters, and rises above nearby peaks such as Alpamayo and Pisco. The park's 3,000 square kilometers contain 663 glaciers, 296 lakes and 41 tributaries of three important rivers, the Santa, Pativilca and Maranon. Climate. The climate of the park is characterized by two stages during the year. This depends on two major factors: the warm, humid winds from the Amazon basin, which generate abundant rain between December and March, and a pronounced dry period between May and October, with sunny days that reach 25 degrees Celsius and nights of intense cold during which temperatures can drop below 0 degrees Celsius and well below that at higher altitudes. Flora and fauna. The environment in the park ranges from the Sechura Desert in the west to the Peruvian Yungas in the east, with central Andean wet puna in the higher elevations. It is home to considerable biodiversity, with over 779 species of high Andean plants and 112 species of birds having been identified. Fauna. Typical bird species in this area include the Andean condor, the torrent duck, and the puna tinamore. A number of endangered birds are restricted to relict polylepis forests, such as the white-cheeked cotinga, plain-tailed warbling finch, giant conebill, and tawny-tit spinetail. Amongst mammals, more than 10 species have been observed, several of them endangered, including the colacola, the Andean cat, the spectacled bear, the taruca, and the vicuna. Flora. One of the park's main attractions and example of Andean flora is the Queen of the Andes. There is a population of Puya raimondi growing in the area of Cati, in the southern section of the park. This plant was named in honor of Antonio Raimondi, the Italian scientist who first described it. This plant bears a gigantic inflorescence that can reach up to 10 meters height, with more than 3,000 flowers and 6 million seeds in each plant. Its biological cycle is approximately 40 years. Activities. It is possible to walk among mountains of over 6,000 meters in height without being an experienced mountaineer, although there are peaks which attract the most dedicated climbers. As well as this, ecotourism, horse riding, skiing and guided archaeological excursions are all popular.